Moody on the Move is presented by United Federal Credit Union. We get you.
Hello once again, everybody. It's Pat Moody, and it's time for another edition of Moody on the Move, thanks to our good friends at United Federal Credit Union. We get you. Today, we are at the incredible Dr. Gyl Kasewurm's wonderful space in Michigan's great Southwest. Dr. Gyl, first and foremost, hats off to you for running probably one of the finest audiology establishments anywhere on the globe. But let's talk about when people come here, and they're here obviously for hearing health. And when it comes to hearing health, it's really important to talk about what you don't know, because a lot of people don't know what they don't know about hearing health in this day and age.
Well, you know, Pat, hearing loss happens very gradually. Over time, over years. And it doesn't go all at once. You start losing it and you hear, but then you don't understand, or things aren't as clear as they used to be. And people think, oh, well, my wife's mumbling, or my husband's just not speaking at me. The truth is, those are the first signs of hearing loss. So if you go into a noisy restaurant, and you know, most restaurants are very noisy, and you have trouble following the conversation, you need a hearing test. May not be time for hearing aids at that point, but you need a baseline test to find out if you're beginning to lose those high frequencies. And that's where hearing loss begins. You know, you don't lose the ability to hear, you lose the ability to hear clearly and distinctly. And that's when you should have a hearing test. So really, you know, we usually say that if somebody's 50, they should get a baseline hearing test. And then we'll monitor it and let them know when they should monitor it based upon the results that we get from that test. It's painless, it's easy. You come to a great place, we have hot cookies, we have coffee. I mean, hello, who wouldn't want to do that, right?
Exactly. So why is it, do you think, that so many people wait so long? Because you say the average person waits probably 7 to 10 years too long.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they wait too long. And what we do know is that cognitive decline is twice as likely in someone with untreated hearing loss. So we know that connection between the ear and the brain is incredibly important, especially as we age. So people wait because, let's face it, nobody jumps up and down about saying, I'm losing my hearing. Maybe I ought to go get hearing aids.
Julie Dunsing also in the house with us today, Chief Operating Officer here. Julie, talk us through what happens when somebody does decide, all right, it's really time now. I can't hear well. I really need to do something about this. What happens?
Yes, certainly. Well, first of all, our team's very excited when they do call and make that appointment, and we show them care and compassion from the very first interaction. As they come in, they're welcomed. Again, Jill's built a fabulous office here. And so we take very good care of them. We have state-of-the-art equipment, and so they come in and typically bring their spouse or loved one with them, because it isn't just about the results of that hearing aid or the hearing test, it's the results of how they communicate. And so we run them through a series of sophisticated tests, help to determine if they do have a hearing loss, and then what else as it relates to communication that we can talk to them about.
And the important thing that a lot of people don't realize is the fact that, you know, because so many people will complain, oh, but I heard that hearing aids are like just way, way too expensive. But you have something for everybody. Nobody should ever deny themselves the opportunity to hear well because of the fear of cost.
Very true. We have plans for everyone's budget. There's a variety of styles. There's different technology levels. It all depends on your lifestyle and the needs, based on your hearing loss as well. So we have something for everyone, certainly.
Absolutely. Well, it's certainly a critical juncture for anybody when they suddenly arrive at the decision that I've got to do something about this. And it's always a delight to know that you have such an incredible team here to go and handle all that. Talk a little bit about your staff and what they bring to the table here.
Well, our staff is, first of all, we have constant continuing education. We have to maintain a standard of care that is as good as it is, as good as it can be, because that's what's really important to myself and to Julie and the rest of the staff. The staff have been with us a long time. It's like a little family. We have doctors of audiology that have gone to school for 8 years. We have hearing instrument specialists. We have assistants. We have great patient care coordinators, and we have a service center. That's part of it too, Pat. You can't, hearing aids take maintenance, and we have to have a staff that's ready, able, and willing to help people and we do have special walk-in hours. So we're here to serve people. That's what we do. It's important to me that people in Michigan's Great Southwest have access to the very best in hearing healthcare. And that is our standard, and we won't compromise for anything less.
Well, after you folks got me involved and got me hearing better, it was funny because a friend of mine said, I really need to have my hearing checked because she was convinced that she was not hearing properly. And she came down, she got the test, and you pointed out, you're just not paying attention. You really just need to pay attention. Your hearing is fine, just pay attention.
Everybody knows that my husband wears hearing aids, and we have a few issues now and then. I'm not the best communicator, let's say. And the other day I was in my bathroom, and I said to David, can you bring me a cup of coffee? He was around the corner, in the kitchen, and he then did what he should have done, what I should have done. He came to the bathroom and said, I know you wanted me to bring you something. I'm assuming it's coffee, but is there something else you would like? Now that's great, isn't it? After 44 years of marriage, I mean, that's communication. But you do, you have to be patient with people. Life is noisy today. Mm-hmm. We're all distracted by our phones and our iPads and everything else. Mm-hmm. And so you really do have to take time and have intentional communication, like, honey. And then if you call somebody's name, they're going to know to perk up and to listen. But too often, if I'm working on my computer, I'll say, hey, Eddie, how's my boy? How's my boy? And David will go, what? I'm like, I'm not talking to you. So you need intentional communication. It just makes life easier.
And speaking of intentional, if you're going to be intentional about it, what's the best place to start? Pick up the phone, go to the internet. What's the easiest way to connect with you?
The biggest thing is, pick up that phone, make a call. You can get on the internet and book from our website at www.prohere.net. And we make it easy for people to do business with us.
And as the voice of experience, that is very true. I know it to be true, absolutely. Folks, that's another edition of Moody on the Move, and our huge thanks to the team at United Federal Credit Union. We get you, and we also get the team from Little Red Fern, who make us look so good every time after time. Thank you so much, Ryan Cheevers and team, for making another great edition of Moody on the Move.